Try number 10. Okay, so number 10 is telling you you have a simple random sample of size 1,000 obtained from the population whose size of the population, capital N, is 1,000,000, and whose population proportion with a specified characteristic is 0.51, complete parts A through C. So find the sampling distribution of p hat. Well, we got to check that it's normal, but all of our choices are normal, so we don't really have to check. But you would do n times p times 1 minus p, okay? So I'm going to skip that because they're all normal choices. Our mu sub p hat is equal to 0.51. We know that from here. So mu sub p hat is always equal to p, so 0.51. Now our sigma p hat is equal to the square root of p times 1 minus p over n. So the square root of 0.51 times 1 minus 0.51 over n was 1,000. So getting out my calculator, clear, I'm going to do 0.51 times 1 minus 0.51 divided by 1,000. And with the square root, I get 0.0158. So that's going to be A. Any questions on that one? If you're having trouble with the calculation, you can look and see that I made a little video on how to do that and information about how to do that in StackCrunch. All right, so I'll pick A. And I'll clean all this mess up. Okay. So what is the probability of obtaining 530 or more individuals with the characteristic? So it's a probability with the normal distribution. I'm going to bring up my StackCrunch. And I'll get it to you in 1 second. Just going to get it a more reasonable size. Shoot, I just took it out of the picture. There we go. Okay, so here's our StackCrunch. We have a mean of 0.51 and a standard deviation of 0.058. And they ask the probability of 530 or more. Now, if I just put 530 in here, it's going to look crazy because 530 is not even on the chart here on that bottom line of our graph because we need to be about looking at proportions or percents. So we need to take 530 and translate that into a p hat by doing 530 divided by the sample size. So 530 divided by, in this case, a sample of size 1,000. So that's going to change it to 0.53. So I'm going to change this to 0.53. And then that's a much more reasonable answer. To get greater than or equal to 530 is now greater than or equal to 0.53. and your answer is 0.3651. So always look for your thing that you're finding the probability about here to be reasonable here.